Welcome to A Pearl in Every Cowslip's Ear. This series was recorded here in our classroom with actual students. You just get to listen in. We're using curriculum from Christian Light Education, and this is Language Arts 7, Book 1. Language Arts 7, Lesson 9, Nominative Case Pronouns. Let's do a little bit of review. A word that comes after a linking verb and renames the subject is a what?
Predicate
Good. Predicate nominative. Word that comes after the linking verb and describes the subject is
adjective.
predicate adjective. Good. And we always diagram them with a slanted line dividing them from the verb. Good. A slanted line. Today, we've got nominative case pronouns. Pronouns are words, one of the 8 parts of speech, and what it is, it's a word that takes the place of a noun. So instead of saying, the teacher went to school today. The teacher taught us the lesson. The teacher told us to do our best. You'd say, the teacher went to school today. He taught us the lesson. He told us to do our best. It takes the place of that noun, teacher. Our language would be cumbersome if we always had to use someone's name every time we wanted to talk about that person. Instead, we can say he, him, her. So these are pronouns, and not only are they pronouns, things that take the place of a big noun, they're personal pronouns. That means they're pronouns that have to do with a person, with a living human being, or a dead human being, but they have to do with a person. And these are the nominative case pronouns. These nominative case pronouns are pronouns that we will use 2 places in sentences. We will use them as the subject of the sentence or as the predicate nominative in a sentence. So they will always be as the subject of the sentence or the predicate nominative of the sentence. And they come, here they are listed out. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. So I, you, he, she, it, we, they. You should be able to just say them quickly like that. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. And first person is I. First person singular. If it's just one person, I would say I. And first person is what you talk about when you talk about yourself. I went into the woods. I found a bear. I shot it. You're talking about yourself. I. If there's more of you, there's a whole crowd of you. We went into the woods. We found a bear. We shot it. Then you're talking about, you're making it plural and having we. The second person is always you, even if it's singular. You. And we say, you should have done better. Or if I talk to the whole class, you are doing very well. It can be singular or plural. You is singular or plural. And for the third person, this is where you and I are having this conversation. We say, he really was not thinking. She should have done better. Or we're talking about they. They lost the game. We're talking about a whole group of people. Okay, so first person is I and we, second person is you, and third person he, she, and it, and plural is they. And memorize them so you can say them quickly. These are called nominative case pronouns, and they are only used as subjects and as predicate nominatives in sentences. Then we end up with some sentences that become a little strange. What are the pronouns in the first sentence?
He.
He? Is there another one?
They.
He and they. They is what person is it, and is it singular or plural? Is it first, second, or third person?
Third.
Good, it's third person and singular or plural. Third person plural. Excellent. He is third person, and it is
Singular.
singular. On an S. Singular. Okay, we discovered the thief was he.
He and he.
We and he. We is first, second, or third person? First person, singular or plural? Plural. And he is third person, and it is
Third person.
singular. It is under the singular one. Third person singular. Okay. Does this sound right? We discovered the thief was he. It hardly sounds right, but let's do a little looking. In this clause here, thief is a subject, was is the linking verb, and he is a... We would diagram it, just this clause we would diagram. Thief was he as a predicate nominative. And it's a predicate nominative, so we cannot use him. That him would be objective case. We must use nominative case, he. The thief was he. So this will help us to use the right word sometimes. Now, another thing, pronouns take the place of a noun. The noun that pronoun takes the place of we call the pronouns antecedent. So, what is the antecedent of the pronoun he? What is the noun that he is taking the place of?
John.
John. They asked John if John was ready. Yeah, John is the antecedent. Down here, what is the antecedent of he?
Thief.
Thief. We discovered the thief was the thief. So the thief is the antecedent of the word he. Okay, you have a quiz tomorrow. Study the spelling words. Be ready for it. Not tomorrow, on Monday you do. Carry on with your work.